Hey, good morning guys. Tush coming at you. Sunday, June the 1st, just after 7 o'clock. And we're back out in the garage today. Looking a little bit empty actually. We'll soon fix that. So today we're going to work on the doors. We're going to work on the top side of the doors. We're going to finish those off. The back side was done yesterday, so they're ready to be top coated on the top. And we're going to get this hood moved inside into the living room. That'll be its storage location for a little while, hopefully. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to pull out the fenders, and we're going to start working on the fenders. I think we'll start working on the rear fenders first, and we'll work on the inside of those. I think we'll give them a couple coats of color and one coat of clear. The inside of the fenders are actually going to be truck bed linered, so I know when I did the TR6, I just basically did the same thing. Couple coats of color, one coat of clear, let that dry and cure for a while, sanded it, and then just applied the truck bed liner over the top of that, and that seems to have held up really well. Plus it's very durable, and it's actually washable as well, so don't have to worry about too many stone chips on the insides of the fenders. So that's the plan anyway. So the fender should take a little less time than the rest of the panels, I hope. Maybe we'll even get lucky and be able to do all four at the same time. We'll see. I doubt it though. It'll get a little crowded out here on the floor. Anyway, that's it for this morning. We're gonna get to work. We're gonna drag that hood inside, and then we'll be back out here shortly. Okay guys, we got the rear fenders out. We got the one here on the stand. We got the other one on top of the car. So we're gonna work on sanding down the insides of the fenders to 400 grit, and then we're gonna get some base coat and some clear coat on those and get them out of the way. Alright guys, fenders are masked up on the outside, the inside scrubbed down with red Scotch-Brite, and it's been wax and grease removered. So we'll move on to the painting step. We'll probably go grab the doors out, unmask them, and we'll have a quick look, and then we'll prep the top side for paint as well while we get ready to do these fenders as well. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this guys, but I've got the doors unmasked, and they actually unmasked not too bad. I did have a problem on the one door I'll show you in a minute, but yeah, nice clean untape. So we'll tape back now, cover this painted, and then we'll go forward and paint the top side, and I'll just blow up a little paint from the bottom when I'm painting these, but that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. And I did have a problem with the paint pulling here, so we're going to have to sand that back, and we'll have to repaint that little section there. Other than that, it's pretty good. So we'll get to taping those off. More taping. Okay guys, just coming up to 120, and we're ready for some clear coat. Full disclosure, I did have some issues with these doors. I actually had a pretty big run on the leading edge of the door, so I let the base coat dry and then sanded it down, and then I recoated it. So we've got an extra coat of base on here. Same with this one. I had a big chunk of dirt in the middle here, so I sanded that down. I do have a little something going on here that I'm not real happy about, but we'll see what happens when we clear it. I did sand it a little bit, but anyway, I can still see a little bit of an issue there. So we'll see what happens. See if it works itself out or not. Anyway, we're shortly going to spray the clear coat, and we'll get 3 coats of clear on there, and we'll come back a little bit later. Oh, the fenders are sitting here as well, so we'll throw a quick coat of clear on those as well. We're not going to go crazy on the inner fenders, and we'll just get maybe 1 coat of clear on there. Alright guys, we'll come back in a bit. Hey guys, Tush coming at you. I think it's coming up to about 3:30 in the afternoon. Bit of a tough painting today. A lot of stuff floating around in the air, lots of pollen. You got those little fluffy dandelion things floating around all over the place. So I've had a few float through the garage, and one in particular landed on my panel. So hopefully you can see it here. It's a big blob. Hopefully that I can get that sanded out. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. I do have a little bit of an issue. I do have a little bit of a run here, so I'm going to have to practice my my sanding skills to be able to get that little run out. And I have a few hangers actually under the edge of here, but actually there's a capping that goes on top of this, so really I don't really need to concern myself about that, but I may just practice doing a little bit of sanding on it anyway. So the reason I got a little run there is I was trying to actually put the clear on a little heavier than I had been in the past. I was getting a little bit of a sort of a graininess, I guess, behind the clear coat that you could sort of see, and I was thinking that I might not be putting the clear on heavy enough, so I went ahead and put the clear on a little bit heavier. And I guess there's a bit of a fine line between, you know, too heavy and too light. So just doing a little bit of experimenting, and I sort of got bit a little bit, but I think it's not too bad, and I think it'll sand out okay. Just got to be a little bit more careful and watching the gun distance, I guess, and watching my speed. Other than that, I think it looks okay. I think we can work with it. It's not going to be you know, sand down and recoat, I don't think, at this point. The fenders are already dry. Actually, it only had the one coat of clear on them, so they're already good to go. These doors will take a little while longer to cure up before I can get the door open. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do much more today. I'd really like to get those fenders top coated, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm actually running out of product. I think I've got about less than half a quart left of paint, so I think I might have enough just to do these two fenders, and then I'm going to have to get some more product. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do for the rest of the day. But like I said, it's not a real good painting day. There's a fly in here too that I've been waiting to, you know, either catch or waiting for him to actually land on top of one of the pieces. But anyway, that's about it for now. That's a quick update, and we'll talk to you later. See, these are the kind of things that are floating around the garage. See that thing? Hey guys, quick update. No idea what time it is. I think it's about getting close to 6 o'clock. And we've got the rear fenders mounted on the stands, and they're all wiped down, and we're just about to put some base coat on them. I'm down to the last of my base coat, and probably after this we'll be down to the last of my clear coat. So anyway, hopefully we'll have enough to do this this job. That will just leave us the front fenders to do, and the front apron. So yeah, we're making progress. Anyway, we'll talk to you in a bit. Well guys, we're done for tonight. I did spray the base coat, but I'm not going to go any further actually. Not very happy with the coating that's on this. I got something that's stuck in the fluid tip and it started to spit on the gun a little bit, so I'm not real happy with the texture. So I think we'll just let these dry off, and then we'll sand them back down with 600 grit before we do the clear coat. There's no sense wasting the clear coat, so we'll just wait till we get some more base. We'll wait for this to dry, we'll sand it, and then we'll continue on. Alright guys, we'll upload this. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Have a good week.